So I had this set up. I had a power head in here pointing up just to have some water movement. I don't know what you guys are seeing. I don't know if anybody's on. I don't think anybody's on. We don't have too many subscribers and people watching this. So, got a bunch of corals down here. Seem to be doing okay. Temperature is kind of low, probably in the 67, 68. Nah, it's about 71, which is good. It's not that bad. Okay. Now let's put together a bath, a dip for the corals. Got small frags, small corals. So I'm just going to use a small tray here. And I'm going to use my measuring. Oops. It did not break. So here it is. I don't know why this camera doesn't want to focus on me. But if you can see here, 1,000 milliliters, so I'm using 1 liter, about 900 milliliters between those two, so that's 1 quart pretty much. And we're going to do the dip. I'm going to be using a Coral RX, and it's a 5 milliliters per quart. And that's what we're going to do. I should have had one of my pipetters set for 5 milliliters here. There we go, 5 milliliters of that. And then I'm going to use witch hazel. And this is from Ryan Chummingham. He's got a recipe. He uses a lot of this when he frags corals. This is another nice beaker that I got for measurements. It would be nice with this camera. These new cameras with artificial intelligence, I like them. However, can you focus on this? There you go. It's a 10 milliliter beaker. Like it. Very nice. Comes in handy. It's full glass, so not worried about plastic leaching or anything else. So good. I got the witch hazel. I got the Coral RX. And the next item is going to be Lugol's solution. I'm going to put probably 3-4 drops of iodine. Okay. I don't have a filter on the up spot, so we're going to stay with this blue light for now. So anyways, what you see is here is the iodine, which is not mixed yet. I need a couple, and yes, I do need a work table, but I don't have one right now, so everything happens on the floor. So what I'm doing, I'm using this pipette to mix these a little bit. It's a 5 milliliter, again, glass pipette. Not using anything that's not glass here. I mean, as much as I can. The tray actually is acrylic, it's not glass, or some sort of plastic. Okay. All right, let's see. So pretty much all the corals are nice, are good. Got a good list here. And I'm just gonna take a pencil just to go through what I've done so far. This is a new thing, guys. I'm going to introduce to you. This is a new product that we came up with. We just filed the IP for it, all the legal documentation, so I can start sharing this with you guys. These are a new revolutionary way of mounting corals. These are more details to come in the full launch of this product from REEF CANVAS. This is to support your needs in a better way than the existing products on the market, and I'm gonna give it a go now. We're gonna see how this works for mounting corals and how this is gonna go for coral propagation. For now, we just have plates, just regular plates, nothing fancy, nothing, no frag plugs, no large plates, just regular plates for these corals. And you see we have two different grains, one finer grain and one coarser grain for the sand. Let me turn on that REEF LED light back to blue. Go to console. Okay. All right. We got the dip. We got the corals. I got the list from these guys from AquaSD. Let's start moving things around. It's my glue. And over here I got a few frag plugs if I want to use them, and I have a tray I'm going to use to put the corals on. The reason why I'm not dropping the corals in the dip is because I want to put all the corals at the same time. So this is a mushroom. I don't know how I'm going to be able to move this thing off of here. Just remove the rock for now and see how this looks like. I'm going to try to break as much as I can of the rock, of this rock. Let's see if I can get another tray. It is 100% sand and an inert compound at this point. That's all I'm going to tell you, but once we do the full launch, we're going to talk more. Alright, this goes back in the water for now. As you can see, I'm not very efficient in this process. It takes me a long time. I don't really have a workflow setup. Okay. So this was a Blue Man Discosoma, and alright, let's see if this is going to match. The Blue Man Discosoma was item number 2. This is item 11, Lava Lord. Okay, so that's an egg again. I don't know if you can see the colors on this guy. Let's see if I can move this way. It does not want to focus. But it's beautiful, beautiful red. That was the lava lord. Okay. Then we got this guy. Might be number 4, a mean orange. These are just a couple of polyps. I know I'm fragging zoas and I don't have goggles. So these are the mean orange ones, and I'm gonna put them on another one of these plates. Okay, back in the water. There we go. Move things around a little bit. What do we have at number 6? Number 6. Is a NOS millipora. NOS millipora. Now this is going to go on a frag plug. I do not have a reason to keep this on a on one of these. So I'm just going to place it nicely on a frag plug and get my goggles and take a look at it. I have these things, like them a lot because they allow me to see if there's anything on the plug, on the frag, anything I need to remove. All right. The anemone is doing fine. Let's see. This goes away. And over here, cross that one off. I don't know if this is the 20 bee sting table. I think this is the bee sting table. That came off. And this is actually tabling quite nicely here. So I'm gonna try to remove it best as I can. Because this looks very, very nice. Very nice frag. Okay. Bit of that, and that's it. What do we have next? This is item number 1. Does this look like a vampire in drag? Might be. It might just be. This goes on one of these plates. Why? Because it's going to grow, hopefully, and multiply, and then it's gonna be very, very easy for me to break it off. So that's a vampire in drag. Okay. Next. What do we have here? Item 22. This is a rainbow Manipura. Looks pretty good, pretty nice frag. Let's see if I can take this off the plug. Came out fairly easy. Okay. Being a Manipura, this guy's gonna grow, hopefully. So I am going to use one of these plates, mounting plates. And I will drop it right here in the center. And I'm putting it in the water. You see if you guys can see that. Cannot. There you go. So this is where I have those guys in the water here. Let's see what's next. Got this guy, which is 19. This is a nuclear turbinaria. I'm curious how this is going to look like when it's going to calm down and come back after this stress. Turbinaria. I don't know if this is tabling or what's going on with this guy. So, yeah, what? I'll not put it on one of these plates. There we go. And in the water. It's a bag number 10. I don't know what the heck this was. The toxic maze. Okay, we'll get to the toxic maze at some point. And we got bag number 5. And this is Magician. Magician Zoas. This just squirted on my finger and on my hand. Maybe right now I should go and wash. And here's the thing, I did not have my safety goggles on. I did have these goggles on, alright, but I did not have my safety goggles on. Good thing it didn't squirt up. Words. Upwards. Alright, let's take one of these plates. I am very, very curious to see how these Zoas are going to do on these plates, on the plates. On these mounting tiles. So wash now. Most of you should know at this point why I'm washing, and that's because of paleotoxin. Paleotoxin might exist in zoas and paleothoas definitely, and it just got squirted with some zoa juice, right? So I don't want to get that toxin on my in my system, because a very, very low quantity, like 1 picogram per kilogram, which is very, very, very small quantity, can pretty much kill you. It's very, very serious. All right, let's go to the next one. And my safety goggles are on. This one seems to be glued pretty good. So I'm going to put the milli back in the water. And the B something B. Okay, so the last one was the which one was the last one? Number 5, Magician, probably. Okay. All right, what we got next? We have number 23. And number 23 is a golden leopard mushroom. I might have had one of these from previous purchases, but I don't know if you can see the colors on this one. It looks beautiful. I'm going to show it to you when it's extended. Beautiful, beautiful colors. And I'm going to try to break this off of here. See if I can do one more cut. Yes, I can. And I don't like it. Part of the leg is on this thing. That goes away. And one more cut here. Great. And this will go on a fractile. On this fractile right here. Got some super glue on it, on its cap. It's great, looks good. We'll need to make some smaller fractiles. That's what happens, you create a product and then you actually get to use it I don't know if I told you, I'm an engineer by formation, so you actually get to use it, and when you use it, you actually experience what the user experiences, and you observe and you see the needs of the user. You adapt your product, right? Adapt your product if you see that there are some improvements that could be made. That's how you make them. That's how ideas spark. I don't know what this guy was. This was a freebie. Alright, good. So we'll wait for it to open up and see what it is. Thank you, AquaSD. Every shipment from them I got a freebie. Now I got an Ultra ACAN Lord. The reason why I bought this one, I saw a very nice blue rim. So I'm gonna have to chop it, cut it off of here, and see how it's gonna open up. Oops. I'm not gonna glue it before I dip it. I'm gonna dip it first, do the dip first, and then glue it down to the plug. That's what I'm gonna do with that ACAN. This is an Acropora, and it starts stripping, which I don't like. So hopefully it's going to survive. And this is number 8, Phantom's Acro. Well, we'll see if it's gonna do well after the dip and after everything. Maybe I should not dip and place in this tank right here for now, and let them open up, let them calm down, and then do a dip after about a week. Maybe that's what I think. That's what I'm going to actually do with a couple of them. Like this Acro, and I'm not even going to glue it to a plug. Just going to leave it the way it is and directly into the tank. Okay. What do we have here? This is a number 3. And this is a Pandora's. These are Zoas again. So safety goggles on, guys. Safety goggles on. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to cut this in a different way. So you see I'm chipping away at the disc. And that's because I don't want to spray myself anymore with liquid from Zoas. Not in the eyes, not anywhere else, not on my hands. I don't want to do it. If you can avoid it, why not? So yeah, it's a nice set of Zoas, and I'm gonna glue it on one of these tiles. Let them grow, see how they do on the tile. It's the first time I'm using these tiles, and I haven't used them before because I wanted to make sure that all the paperwork is done for and all the legal stuff is done for the IP side of things first before I come with this product and I introduce it to the market. Alright, this is number 7, Sparkle Bower Banky. This is an interesting coral. It has some very interesting patterns to it. We're gonna see it as it opens up. There you go, into a 5-minute dip. These crevices right here, that's what concerns me every single time when I move a coral and I put in my tank, because I have seen creatures in these crevices. I don't know if the camera's focusing, but basically I'm talking about the skeleton of a bower banky, skeleton of an acan, skeleton of an elegance coral, for example. And they are, you can find lots of creatures coming out during a dip or whatnot. And I even had corals that I dipped in, but because those crevices are so tiny and everything, so let's say you did the whole plug. Once after a dip, you remove the coral off the plug, and if you dip it again, there's going to be creatures coming off. There's going to be lots of creatures crawling out of those crevices. So this is a number, I don't even remember, probably 14. Big mouth golden favia. Okay. Big mouth golden favia it is. I'm not gonna glue that guy. It can stay on its own for now. Number 13. Sparkling acan. Curious how this is gonna turn out, because it looks very, very red at this point. And again, just take it off the plug. I'm gonna put in a dip, but for now it's just gonna go in the water, and it's not gonna get glued right now. Item 17. This looks like a candy cane or something. So, mermaid's candy. Yep. This looked bluish on the website photo. Now it looks greenish. Teal. So, curious how this is going to look in a daylight setup. For now, it comes off of here. That goes in there. And this, let's see if we can glue it to a plug. Oops. It went all the way down in my tank. Problem with this is cut at an angle, but holds. Okay, all right, we're good. This comes in the water here. And this goes in the water. Okay. All right. Only a few left. So here we have item number 9, and that is a kaleidoscope combo. So there's a bunch of zoas. And first, off the plug, kaleidoscope. I don't know this. That's one type of zoas, kaleidoscope, and then see a couple of small algae here, and I'm not really concerned about. And then we have probably some other corals with them. So this is gonna go on a nice tile. Okay. All right, this has been dipping for 5 minutes. It goes in the temporary frag tank under some nice lighting. All right. Now we got item number 21. Chili pepper Montipora. Okay. It's gonna come off. This looks pretty nice in the photo and looks pretty nice here too. I don't know if the camera is focusing on it, but this is gonna go on a tile. And look at this, guys. Take the tile, you break it. It's that simple. If you want a smaller tile, you do take a tile and you break the tile by hand. Okay. Let's see the next one. Number 16. Red convict chalice. Red convict chalice. This looks good. I got something here that I don't like. I don't know what the heck that is. Seems to be very soft, pliable, and hardy at the same time. Didn't come off. So, anyways, that, and this is gonna get glued after dipping, if anything. Next one, item 15. Bitcoin Samokora. I don't know. This is a nice, beautiful orangish, and should turn yellow. Should get yellow. That's how it was in the picture. So I know the colors depend on the lights, depend on the nutrients in the water, depend on a lot of things. One day I'm going to show you, I have the same zoas, beautiful long poly, about 1.5 inches long zoas or pallies, pinkish, bright, fluorescent, orange, pink in the tank, in the frag tank. Move it to my display upstairs. So moving the lights from a red C50 to an AI Prime, an older AI Prime 16. And of course, different nutrients, a different system. It turned light bluish, lost their color from, the orange and pink disappeared, and everything moved to a totally different coloration. So do not expect for your corals to maintain color if you don't have the same lighting and the same water parameters. Okay, that's pretty nice. At least that's from my experience. So I don't know. Maybe somebody has a different opinion. Maybe I'm doing something else wrong. Who knows? This is a toxic maze. I like the streaks on this. That's why I bought it. It's not a very expensive. It's not a very fancy. None of these are very fancy corals. These are budget corals, call them that way. so there's nothing fancy about them. This is pretty nice. This is a pretty nice coral. It looks pretty nice. So you place it on one of these tiles, see what it's gonna do. I don't think this needs any kind of tiles, to be honest with you. I think this coral would just grow and spread on its own. And here I've got the anemone. Anemone. Oh, there's something there. I don't know what the heck that is. I hope that's part from the anemone. I don't know. It seems like an appendix or something. Yeah, I hate those things. I hate putting my hands on them, but I like the way they look in the tank. I have two of them. I have a blue one. I have a very nice sparkled pink one with a bright green yellowish center. And when I saw this orange one, I said, okay, I'm gonna get this one to add to the collection. So let's see, what are we gonna do here? So the AquaPore, I'm gonna move it into a lower flow situation here. Location here, pre-highlight. Okay. And these are gonna go in the dip. Every single one of these guys. I know the tiles don't need to be dipped, only the corals. So I don't care if there's not gonna be any water movement through the tiles, through the bottom of the tiles. The only thing I care about is to have water movement above the tiles where the corals are. And I don't know what to do with the anemone. I have no idea what to do with the anemone. Should I dip it? Should I not? I'm probably gonna dip it, and by all means, if you have any comments to that, please let me know. If that's a good practice, if that's a bad practice, I have no idea. I'm probably, before I'm going to do a dip on it, I'm probably going to look it up on the internet. The internet is fantastic. The internet knows everything, right? So I will do whatever the internet says. If the internet says dip the anemone, that's what I'm gonna do. If the internet says don't dip the anemone, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Not dip the anemone. All right. So, hey Google, set a timer for 8 minutes.
Sure, 8 minutes. And we're starting now.
All right. Yeah, I gotta stop showing you my feet, and I gotta start working. I gotta put together a table in here and start working on a tabletop. All right, for now, what I gotta do is move some water in here. I want to get these corals exposed to the dip as much as possible. Remove any possible pests. I'm not really concerned about any kind of pests, and everything I've got from AquaSD I don't remember seeing anything crawling out of the corals so far. So I don't know. I don't know if this is even needed. I don't think this is even needed. I'm just doing it for my mental health and mental sanity and whatnot. I was very frustrated this spring because I went to the coral swap up in Storrs, Connecticut, and I came with a bunch of frags, probably about 10, 20, 15, 20 frags. That means a bunch for me. And some of those frags, I introduced a lot of bubble algae in my frag tank, and also lettuce, alva. And I actually had to take a tank down. I took my frag tank down because I didn't want things to propagate. Frag tank was in my main system, so I probably have alva now in the main system and in the tank. I rebuilt the frag tank and I don't see any alva, but it doesn't mean it's not there. I also introduced a fox face in the frag tank, and this is the frag tank. You can see it right there. I did introduce as I said, I introduced a fox face, so maybe he's taking care of it. I don't know what to tell you. But I'm not seeing any alva in this tank at this point. And this tank was full. Those racks and everything was full of alva. Full. Literally. I could sell the damn thing and make a lot of money. But yeah, I don't see anything right now, any traces of it. So that's why all my corals are down here. That's why all my corals are down here, because I took all of them down here in this tank, and I do see some bubble algae. So what I'm doing, every frag that I'm taking from here, I'm dipping it, I'm taking care of it, and then place it back into this frag tank. So that's kind of my workflow, and takes some time. In the meantime, I'm purchasing new corals, so these need to be taken care of. So quite a bit of work. I'm trying to start something here. I'm trying to sell something. Make some corals available for people. Believe it or not, in my area, so in a radius of probably 45 minutes of driving, there is no coral store. And we are in Connecticut. We are not in Kansas or a remote location in Montana. We are in a pretty dense populated area of Connecticut. All right. Well, maybe the live streams are going to get more active, and there's going to be actually some people on them once I start advertising that this channel exists. For now, I think only Dimitri from Treasure Corals knows about the fractiles, and he's the only one that knows about REEF CANVAS. There's a few other people that know about it, because I've seen some people watching my streams and watching a couple of the videos, because I have the Orfec 06 controller, and I have a couple of videos, and I did a comparison between the Parwise Spectrum measuring tool thing and the EPAR sensor from Apogee. So I've done that. So some of the people watch that, but not too many subscribers yet because I didn't advertise the channel widely. So it's just organic searches from YouTube. So at this point, I'm just counting on YouTube to do its job and share these videos to the appropriate audience. Alright, let's turn off that light. Okay. Come on. Turn yourself off. Okay, there we go. Alright. Wait 50 seconds. Take and put everything in here. In the meantime, I said I was going to search about the anemone. And I will place most of the corals in the other frag system that you can see right over here. Let me see if I can turn this thing around. Okay. Gotta be more careful with water conditions in this system because it's not maintaining it extremely well. It does very well for some of the corals, but definitely not for all of them. Definitely not for all of them. And even the par is fairly low on this. I started pretty low and I want to increase it slowly. Oh, the acans are beautiful. Acans are beautiful. That's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching again. This is Gabe with Reef Canvas. What you've seen is an unpacking of corals from AquaSD, and thanks for watching. Leave a comment, subscribe, and see you next time.